welcome back. If this has reached you, there's a message in here that will assist you in shifting through something that you've been carrying around with you for quite some time. I'm going to preface that this is a timeless reading, but I'm going to be doing this spread for the full moon lunar eclipse, which at this current point in time is tomorrow in Pisces. Do not force the narrative to fit if it does not belong to you. And with that, we will begin. So the Pisces lunar eclipse has to deal with letting go of an old identity, old attachments to suffering, addictions, illusions, narratives tied to a victim mindset. Right, and by letting go of these things, we're able to let in the union. Nothing is separate. This period of time is a gateway. We're moving away from resistance into a state of receptivity. This Queen of Cups, that's the earthly gift. I had a dream last night. It was very vivid, and I believe that it is part of this energy that we're moving out of, right? And the dream had to do with rejection, being rejected by other people, feeling rejected, right? Feeling like you don't belong, feeling like you're isolated. With the Hermit and the Four of Swords here, this sort of isolation period. So we're moving through feelings of uncertainty, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, feeling like we're an other, maybe the black sheep of the family. We're shifting away from these old ways of thinking about connection. We're no longer chasing connection from people who reject us, right? We're learning to cultivate patience and surrender and find stability within ourselves. So, the first card here, the grounding. How does our purpose in this lifetime help us find meaning in everyday experiences? This Three of Pentacles talks about working with other people, right? If you see, there's a gentleman speaking with two other individuals. And typically they're speaking about building, creating, working together, right? Working with others on physical tasks, art. I wrote trifecta. Feeling, so it's, triangles are the strongest shape, right? They can hold themselves. They have a firm foundation. So this sort of feels like this firm foundation in the grounding area. You're planning something big, right? You want to connect with like-minded individuals. So if you're feeling isolated from a group, that group is not for you, right? You're allowed to step away and discover what it is you want out of life. How do you want to be treated? How do you treat others, right? Think about those things. Finding community and learning to understand ourselves through interacting with others. So if you're interacting with somebody who doesn't understand you, they don't try to understand you, they put you down, right? Those aren't your people. You're allowed to walk away from those. And if a relationship fails, if you have to let go of a relationship, that doesn't mean you have failed, right? It means you're growing, you're learning, you're expanding. We're going to move into the second card here. We have the cowrie shell, which is a symbol of abundance, right? Cowrie shells used to be used as currency. So the question for 2 is, what am I empowered to complete during this cycle? So what are you closing out in this cycle? And it's this feeling of separation, right? We're not separate from the abundance. The abundance exists. The abundance always exists. It's always there. The opposite of abundance is lack, right? If you're feeling rejected, that's a lack of community, a lack of support. But you are always supported. The universe has your back. I'll post a meditation down in the description that I've been doing for this moon about surrender. It's very powerful. The first time I listened to it, I burst into tears and released a lot of things. So you are not alone, even if you feel like you are alone, right? We have these 3 individuals. But this isolation isn't a punishment, right? The Hermit card is about this inner exploration of the self, understanding the deep spiritual meaning of existence, right? And we can't find that strictly from looking outside. So we're being asked to let go of this incessant need to connect with others. This attachment to suffering at the hand of another, right? This chasing validity, chasing acceptance. We move into this revitalization. What needs to be replenished before you can start something new? You have to take time alone. You can't truly know yourself until you sit with yourself and allow all of the things to come up that comes up, right? All of these memories of these times of being rejected, or all of these feelings of regret or dissatisfaction. They're uncomfortable, right? But this constantly putting your time and attention outside of yourself is sapping your energy, right? Because what you're seeking is within you. You're not separate from these other people. They're a part of the same experience as you. You may perceive them in different ways, and that's what can cause that misunderstanding. But your perception is just as important as the other people's perception. Your understanding of the world, the meaning that you create in the world, is just as important as these people that you're trying to connect with. So it's important to take a mental rest, reduce your screen time, stop trying to learn more things before the old things have integrated, right? This is a time of integration. You've experienced a lot of life up until this point. Step off your horse and look back. Reflect. Refine. Let go. Release. Allow yourself to be. You don't need to constantly be producing. You don't need to constantly be networking. It's not a bad thing to isolate unless it is all you do, right? Periods of isolation are important for integration. We kind of go between connecting with others and taking time to be with ourselves. Your mental space, your thinking mind is tired, right? And it's difficult to connect with others when you can't even connect with yourself. So it's important to connect with yourself, check in with yourself, ask yourself, how am I doing today? How do I feel? What do I need? And then work to give yourself those things. Ease, with ease and effort. Effortlessness, sorry. You are supported and encouraged to rest at this time. You have everything you need, right? You don't need to seek anything more. You've already gathered everything you need in order to rest. Now is just the time to actually rest. If you don't allow yourself this time and you keep trying to gather, you're never going to be satisfied. You're never going to fill your cup. Right? So this lunar eclipse is asking you to end the chase for this abundance, because it's already, you're not separate from it, right? Drop the difference between where you are right now and where you think you need to be. Claim it. You are abundant. The universe rewards people who are able to let go of old things that no longer resonate with them, right? This could be material abundance. This could be interactions with people, right? If you let go of an old friend that doesn't align with you, you make space for a friend that does align with you. But we need to cultivate the patience for that new connection to come into our lives, right? We don't need to chase it. It will be attracted to us after doing the inner work. So we move into number 4, the embodiment. How can you embody your spirit more fully during this cycle? And the Hermit, again, is this inward journey. Go within, reflect, release, contemplate, integrate the wisdom you've gained so far. You can't accumulate anything else at this time because you have all the building blocks necessary to embark on the inner excursion, this inner exploration, this expansion. Expand beyond where you think you are. The physical world has limitations. The inner world is infinite and vast. My teacher constantly asks us to try to find the edges of your consciousness. Right? You can find the edges of your body. If you think about the top of your head, the tips of your toes, the tops of your shoulders, you can identify where in space you exist. Now go within and identify the bounds of your consciousness. And I bet you can't. If you can, put it in the comments. Where does your consciousness end? Where does your consciousness begin? The earthly gift, if you're able to fully integrate what this eclipse season is trying to teach you or get you to close the cycle, right? This is a cycle we've been in for a while. This connecting, isolation, gathering, accumulating, right? So what will be made possible by aligning your external actions with your internal feelings is this Queen of Cups. This gift of emotional stability, heightened intuition, integrated feeling, flow, emotional satisfaction, newfound creative ability, receptive to new experiences, open to the overflow. When you fill your own cup, you overflow into others, and that will help you connect more fully, more authentically with other people. You're doing an awesome job. And I'm really proud of you. Can I get some clarification or confirmation, please? Thank you. Thank you. Light. Yeah. The Hermit's light. You are the light. Look to the space between the trees for the answers. Take time out. Uncertainty. Sit in the uncertainty. The shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift, right? It's not forever. It's just for right now. And when we move through uncertainty, we allow the universe to create with us. We allow the universe to show us what it is that we want. If you found this helpful, you can give a thumbs up. You can leave a comment below what resonated with you. Remember to balance your shadow and light. Take care.